I had a call coming in, text coming in, and I was trying to hurry up and get through my video. But I also wanted to add in regards to the second additional negative thing with Trump. Well, actually, there's two more. The whole January takeover that he has basically instigated. It made our country look foolish. Now, granted, you can't make anyone do anything, but seeing the type of influence that he saw that he had, knowing that the people were listening to him, he should not have instigated, hey, if I lose this election, I need you guys to do your thing. And we saw it was like Donkey Kong, people climbing at walls, people not just was hurt, people were killed. And knowing that there was different scenarios on tape, you overheard him having conversations with people. I saw one personally. He was having one with his son, and he knew what was going on. And at that moment, he had an opportunity to basically calm his supporters down, and he didn't. And am I saying he wished that people got brutally attacked and hurt and then killed? No. I honestly don't even feel that Trump thought the insurrection in January would have taken place. But it was kind of like, I think he was calling a bluff on his supporters. And when it got crazy, a little piece of him probably thought like, well, maybe this will make a difference. So our country is about, hey, you win fair and square. My goodness, look how many people have lost different elections, Super Bowls, things like that. So that was crazy. And then the different times that it was reported, again, we're not in the White House, we're not in Congress and things like that, but it's been reported several times that he was having secret meetings with Putin. And it's no secret that there's countries that don't like us. But it's really no secret that China, Korea, I think it's North Korea, and especially Russia, you don't have secret meetings with mega powers. Like, we're a mega power as well. So you don't have secret meetings without telling the military, the general, like things like that. And if the general is telling you, hey, this isn't how things go, and your rebuttal is like, well, I'm the president, basically, I could kind of do what I want, that's not okay. So those three things, and even with him, of course it's wrong, stealing files from the White House, the Pentagon, the Capitol, and having them in his home. Yes, that's horrible, but that just kind of like added to the number of things that he's done incorrectly while he's been in office. But I'm not saying, yes, I was saying arrest them for that or put them on house arrest or make them pay a fine. But if you didn't do that to Hillary, because Hillary did the same thing. She had emails sending her to her personal email. She had government things sent to her personal email. Yes, it was in the news for a long time. It was a scandal for a long time, but she didn't do any prison time. And if they found her, it didn't hit the news. They made her pay a fine to stay out of jail. And the sitting president, Biden, did that. That was discovered. He had secret files in his Delaware home. So it's like the country is choosing not to have a deterrent. It's too much leniency, and I would say a lot of legislation just needs to be redone, amended, rehashed, but it really isn't, because these things wouldn't continuously happen. Trump is on trial for all these things, and you're just wasting the taxpayers' money. So what is the point of going through all the motions when you're not going to convict him anyway? Okay, yes, they're saying he's a convicted felon. Okay, I don't know, what, 35 counts? But he's really not, because he is on the presidential ticket for the 2024 election. So why are we wasting people's time? Why are we wasting taxpayers' money? Like, especially when people need jobs and people can't get their medicine. The homeless epidemic is insane. The opioid epidemic is insane. Like, the jails are overrun with a lot of people who don't even need to be in there. So, like, we're wasting all this money going through all the loops. It's to appease the people. Appease some people in Congress, appease the constituents, like, but you're wasting money. Would Trump be in court this long if it was coming out of certain people's pockets? It's not. The presidency, everything is just rigged. It is. It's rigged, and it's unfortunate. But yeah, even with all of that Trump has done, this whole pushing sexual orientation things on babies just don't sit well with me. If you're a girl and you want to be a boy now, or if you're a boy and you want to be a girl now, when you're 18 and over, hey, if that's how you feel, do whatever. However, the taxpayers should not be responsible for that. That should be on your own dime. I would love to have liposuction, especially me gaining almost 10 pounds. I would love to have liposuction, but what? The insurance carrier tells women that's considered like a vanity surgery. Well, what do you call transgender stuff? Like, it's still vanity. There's a lot of people, before the option was available, there's a lot of guys who desire to be girls, walked around with makeup and wigs and dresses. You don't have to cut off your male parts, but now there's an option. Some desire to do that way. That's still vanity. I want to lose 20 pounds. That's still it's still, whether it's the cousin of it does not affect you living. It doesn't affect you living, so it's vanity. Do you have to have surgery because you feel like you're a girl or a boy? No, you don't. You don't have to have surgery. It doesn't affect your life. It doesn't affect. It's not a life or death situation. I want to lose weight. Do I need to get liposuction? No. Do I want it? Yes. But if I don't get it, is it going to affect my way of living? No. And people are not understanding. Yes, of course, voting for the president is very important. But before you get to the presidency, make sure you're voting accurately at the local level. Your mayor, the sheriffs, the state rep, the congresswoman, all that makes a difference. All that makes a difference. Instead of just focusing on what has all the hype. Because the presidency can have its own thing, but your local town, your local city, your local county, your local state, you still got to live there and deal with the beliefs and the morals of the person you picked. And don't just swipe down and just vote all Democrat, vote all Republican. Vote for the person and not the party. Because there's a lot of Republicans that'll make you turn your head. There's a lot of Democrats that'll make you turn your head. You can be Republican. You can be independent. Well, there's no more Tea Party, there's no more Green Party, there's no more Libertarian Party. It basically is independent, Democrat, and Republican. But you can be either one of those three and still vote for someone else in a different party. Whew. Yes, I'm exhausted. This whole thing is exhausted. All right, yeah. I'm done for today.